morning, y'all. How you doing? Got a big surprise for you guys today. I do. Good morning, Pinky. What you doing, Pink? Holding things down here in the shop. What is going on, Cog Squad? Hope you're having the best day ever today. Got a list of stuff that I want to try to get done today. If we can. It is the heat's been pretty rough this week, kind of last week too, I reckon. Especially this week though, y'all. It's been brutal. And Brooke and myself have been kind of pacing ourselves outside in it. So maybe we'll see what all we can get done today. Main thing is I got something I need to do for the horses and the boss lady, because she's in with a horse. Her best friend's a horse. So buckle up. Let's get this day started and see what all we can get accomplished today and get done today without melting. Good morning, Willie. Good morning, buddy. How you doing? Hey, go make sure your water. Go check your water. I got y'all a big surprise I'm gonna try to get done today, fella. Yep. And that is this. Since they enjoyed that misting system so much over at the other barn, I'm going to see if I can't get one installed over here, which I know they will love it. Now, I got another one that I'm going to put up over in Peaches and Pocket stall. I don't know how Peaches and Pocket are going to react to it or like it or whatever. Got a feeling Pocket might. I just don't know about the boss lady. Y'all know she is technically not a pig in her mind. She's not a pig. She typically doesn't like mud. She doesn't like water. She doesn't like rolling around in water. She doesn't like wallers or any of that stuff that pigs all like. But I'm hoping that she may enjoy that misting system, because it's a really light mist. And I really do think she may enjoy it. We'll find out though. If she doesn't, then, we won't use it on her. Or maybe put it where Pocket can get to it. If Pocket enjoys it and Peaches don't. Anyways, we'll figure all that out. But just curious to see if Peaches and Pocket are going to enjoy it like these guys do. These guys here, the horses, by far, hands down, and it's not even close, enjoy the misting system better than any animal here on the farm. The emus and Loretta do tend to like it, but they won't stay in it for hours. These guys here will just sit under there for a long time, a really long time. The cows really didn't care for it too much, and I think I've told y'all several times that Moody ripped it down 5 times, tore the water hose up. And I know some of y'all might be thinking, well, if those horses, the big horses, like the misting system, the Pocket may like the misting system. But if y'all been following us for any time, y'all know that if one specific type of animal likes something, that doesn't mean the rest of them will. They all got their own different personalities, I can tell you. For example, Moody the cow loves carrots. None of the other cows like carrots. The horses, Willie, Reska, well, Willie loves peppermint. Reska doesn't like peppermint candy, but she likes the peppermint treats. Maggie doesn't like either. She doesn't like the peppermint or the peppermint horse treats. They're all different. They are all different, I can tell you. Peaches, the pig, is the prime example of that. Y'all know Loretta loves water and mud like it's nobody's business. But Peaches cannot stand to be sprayed down with water. Does she, Willie? She doesn't at all. All right. Here you go, beautiful. All right, Maggie, come on, girl. Come on, Maggie. Come on. Come on. Let's get you fixed up. There you go, babe. All right. Let's go check on other things. Mom's taking care of things over there, and I got some other stuff I need to do. And we'll be back once we get everything done.
Well, y'all, this is a good day today on the farm in the chicken world, because I went in to gather eggs and I noticed immediately that none of my juvenile chickens were inside the coop. So that could only mean one thing. They've all moved outside. All 9 of them. This is one of those 9. It's a copper Moran, or Moran, depending on where you live, I think is how you say it. But she's very friendly, and you can see she's definitely outside. I've seen some of the other ones out here dust bathing. All 9 of your siblings, or 8 of your siblings, have made their way outside. Now there's one right there. It's kind of up on the axle of the bus or the coop. That's an old girl right there, so it's not unusual for them to take a rest there. That one may be a new one, but yeah, good day here. I've noticed them dust bathing already, so you girls are definitely learning what to do. All right, Ryan, you do your job. Take care of these ladies. I know you will. We appreciate you, buddy. Can't forget about Thomas. Old Tommy, he does a good job too. And they are definitely appreciating their new shade. Cheese is out here eating a little bit of grass. Not too many chickens are interested in the grass this morning, Cheese. That's a plus for you. They're still nibbling on the leftover scratch.
Good morning, Sheriff. Before we get started on the horses, good morning, Peach. How you doing, girl? You doing all right this morning? I don't blame you. I know where you are. I do. I'm gonna try to see if I can help you out even more. All right, over here is gonna be pretty easy, I believe, y'all. Water spigot right here. We'll hook the misting system up right here. We'll come up here with it, and let it just come on down and cool this area off. Should be very, very easy. Always my famous last words. It's easy, shouldn't take me but just a minute. And get this one installed here. Now, only thing is, I don't know how long it's gonna take Pocket and or Peaches to realize it's up and this feels better over here. May take a few days, we'll watch and see. If they don't like it, then we'll probably leave it up in case we ever have to any other animals. We do some swapping, it'll be here. We just won't cut it on. But that's the plan over here. Now let's go grab the one for the horses. All right, I got that misting system right here. If you've never seen these work, or I don't know if you've ever seen me install these or not, they're pretty easy, y'all. I mean, it's very basic, very easy, very affordable a lot of times, and that's where we got these from. So we bought these at the end of the summer season. Got these in fall, winter on clearance, and that's how we ended up with so many of these guys. We just bought a bunch of them. Even if you don't catch them on clearance, they're not expensive because it's not much to them. You could probably make them yourself if you really wanted to, but they're really that inexpensive that I don't even know if it'd be worth the time. But it's very easy. I mean, very self-explanatory. Got a tube with a typical water faucet, water spigot end here, and down this tube are these low pressure sprayers right here. And it's got a tip on it right there, which causes a mist to come out, and that mist is very fine. This one you can actually add on to if you wanted to. So you see you got that little stopper in there. You could actually take this out and add another one of these to it if you want to. I've seen some that are not like that. I think the one that we're going to use for peaches in pocket is totally different because, again, we found them on clearance somewhere. So it's different than this one. This one to me is more, I would say, commercial. Just it feels a little bit different. Sometimes this, to me, this is like a PEX tubing almost. Sometimes they're a kind of a rubber type, more of a water hose, cheap water hose tubing, I guess. What word am I looking for? You know what I'm talking about. It's just cheaper. And one thing is, unless you put a pressure reducer on this, this is not, it doesn't have anywhere to reduce the pressure from your water source. We have extremely high pressure here. So what I do with these is I just cut the spigot about halfway. That's what I do. I don't cut it wide open, because if you do, there's a chance it may blow out one of these fittings here, like you see here, or blow out the end where the mist comes from right there, or just swell the tube up and blow it out altogether, which I don't think it would do with this one. Could blow the end out. I like these ends here too, because again, it's more commercial. See that? That can just handle more than the plastic kind. If you saw Brooke's video, we have opened up the pastures, all of them. They're all out and about over here now. They're all together. You see we got Nugget over here, right here. There is Ernest T over here. And I was looking for, where is your brother from another mother? Where's Opie? I don't see Opie. Oh, there's Opie. Opie's way down there with the gang. And you see Jesse, Honey, all the goats down there by the pond. There is, no, I don't know where the lovely one is at right now. Oh, there she is. Seeing if she could just pick up one little crumble of layer mash, which we get all the goose feed and emu feed up. There is, oh gosh, I doubt there's hardly anything, a speck over there. But Loretta being Loretta, she is going to make sure that it's cleaned up. She is the best cleanup crew that we have here on the farm. I mean, she keeps the pastures clean to the best of her ability right there now. And it's not always food, if you know what I mean. She will root around in just about anything. Spread it out for us. It's amazing. Y'all, she actually does such a good job that I hardly ever have to scrape the pastures that she's in. I don't, like I do the cows and like I do the horses. When I put the drag harrow on the screaming chicken here, I don't have to do that nearly as often with Loretta around. I just don't. Peaches says that she's above cleanup crew. I don't think Peaches has ever cleaned anything up in her life. She does make beds though. I mean, she is probably one of the best bed makers in Chilton County, if not Alabama. Maybe the Southeast. She can definitely make a bed with the best of them. I hear these chicks. Let's give you an update on these little chicks over here. The salmon flavor rolls. It's a crazy name. Crazy name. They're kind of in that non-cute stage. Just say that. We're not going to use the U word. Non-cute stage, because they still got their little fuzzy wuzzy feathers, and they got some bare spots, and they're trying to put on their real feathers. So they're kind of in that in-between stage right now. You gonna stay in your little hole over there? Okay. That's fine, I don't blame you. Let's see how long she stays over there. That's how hot it is right now. 7:30. Nugget said he ain't playing around today. No, Not at all. You and Holly just chill out over here at the barn, okay? Holly's not gonna stay over here. She's gonna wait until I get just about halfway gone and she's gonna come running. So far, she's still over there. Oh gosh. Still no Holly, and we're almost there. All right. Let's get this thing going. Now, future plans, I want to tell you this. Future plans is to put a water spigot on this side of the shop or the barn. I got one on the other side, but I need to get one over here. But that's going to be a pretty good little job to get plumbing from that side all the way to this side. So for now, we're just going to use this one right here, which is on this side of the shop where we park the lawnmowers and Big Joe. And I'm just going to run me a water hose to over there. That's going to be the simplest thing for right now. So as I'm about to get started on getting the misting system installed, Brooke is on another project that she's been biting at the bit to do. Finally got Bobby C going. The hose was repaired by a company, got it filled in, got all the air out of it, all that good stuff. So Bobby C is up and running, and she is over there cleaning out the goat stall.
Jason's working on something for the horses, and I have something that I've been wanting to do, but honestly, it's just been wet. So we've got a couple of dry days before we get back in that rainy pattern, which now we need some rain again. But you see this area behind me that's on this bank? It's mostly just gravel. And of course, no grass is going to grow on the top of the gravel. So I'm going to take the skid steer. Bobby C is going to clean out the goat stalls with my help. And I'm going to take all that composted goat manure, put it on this hillside, and then I hope to take the extra old hay that's underneath the goat cradle, put it on top of it. I've had good luck doing that in the past. As a matter of fact, did it on the dam of the pond, and I can see some grass coming up. So I need a place to put that stuff, and that's going to come in handy. Got everybody moved into the pond side of the pasture except for Mr. Nugget and Mr. Ernest. Now I've got to see if I can get them to come over there, because I'd like to leave the gate open when I drive the skid steer through, so that way I can come back out without contending with any emus. Well, while I was talking to Nugget, asking him if he was going to cooperate, Nugget really wasn't a main concern. It was more so Ernest, because if Nugget gets out, he can just wander around, which we open the gate for him all the time. So I'm just going to leave the gate open. Nugget can do his thing, and I can do mine. All right, buddy. You going to go out when I open this gate? Or are you going to stay in? Or a little of both? I know, it's hot, isn't it? We do have a little breeze today, which makes it much more bearable. So you make the decision. Just so long as you're not in the way, I don't want you to get hurt. That's the main thing. And here's old Bobby just resting and waiting for me. You might say, well, why don't you just use the tractor? Believe it or not, the skid steer is much easier to get inside the stall and move around than that tractor. Plus, the bucket's a lot bigger. And here's what we're dealing with. Jason and I put a gate in a couple of years ago because he had the idea that we could get in here easier. I thought he was crazy and scoop it out, but lo and behold, he's a smart man after all. So I want to try to get, you can see the level, I want to try to get it about the same level as what the outside is, and hopefully I can achieve that.
Willie, guess what? I forgot the ladder. You think a 6-foot ladder is gonna work? I think it'll work. I think we can get by with a 6-foot ladder. Yes, sir. All right, let me run over to the barn, check on Brooke and her progress over there on the new little project she's doing. Well, look who showed up. Holly, just about as soon as you get over here, we gotta go back to the barn. But you stay in the side-by-side, don't get out, because all I'm gonna do is grab the ladder, okay? Fist bump. Thank you. Just gonna grab the ladder. Holly, I said we were just getting the ladder, but it looks like Brooke might need some help. So, we gotta help Brooke, then get the ladder. Need some help?
Well, I figured while I'm getting the old hay out of the goat area, I might as well see if I can't move what's under the cows area too. But we have some T-posts in the ground because Big Moody likes to play with the hay ring like it's a rubber ball. So gate right here, and if the cows stay over in the shade like they are now, then I should be able to get in and out of here 4 or 5 scoops and get this area cleaned up. I'm getting some real looks of concern as to what's going on over here. So far, no movement. Had a hard time getting the T-post out of the ground because the hay's so thick up under there. In reality, we should move their hay around, but we have to keep those T-posts in the ground so Moody doesn't take this wheel and roll it around the pasture. So, we'll have a new start this fall.
All right, I think I got it where Brooke can finish scooping it up. Whew, I'm gonna go get me some water. I'm gonna go get Brooke some water too. And then onto the misting system. Oh, me. Can't forget what we came for, Holly. Can't forget what we came for, girl. Hey, I know some of y'all thought I was gonna forget that ladder. Don't lie. I don't blame y'all. I thought the same thing, right, Holly? Yeah, let's go get some water. All right, my partner in crime, she wanted to stay in for a little bit. I've noticed that's been a trend with her lately. And I can't blame her because it is hotter than hot out here. Got Brooke some water, got me some water, and let's give Mama some relief. All right, Brooke had a water, so I'm gonna put this one in the refrigerator. So I got 2 options here. I believe my water hose is 100 foot. So option 1 is the closest option. This is really, really close. And that's this right here. Water spigot's right there by, uh-oh, sorry. Get over here with me. Here we go. Water spigot's over here, right beside the screaming chicken right there. So I can get it, run my water hose right through here, have the misting system right here, plug it in, bam, 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 done, easy peasy. Or we can hang it on the other side and go around, all the way around like that. And at first I thought, no, that's kind of crazy. But if my water hose is 100 foot, I think I actually like that idea better, because I think the water hose will be out of the sun a whole lot more. And I'm not going to be running over it. If I pull in and out, I don't have to worry about undoing it and dragging it think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go on that side, but let me double check, make sure my water hose is 100 foot. I'm almost positive it is. It is indeed actually 110 foot, so that should work just fine. Got the horses a treat. Look here, guys. Got y'all a little treat here. You don't like that? How about you, Willie? You like it? Riska doesn't like it. Mickey, Willie spit it out too. Pocket loved the cucumber. Nope, Maggie don't want it either. Okay, all right. Nobody liked the cucumbers. How about that? Nobody liked the cucumbers. Well, I declare. I tell you, I'm a little shocked about that. I just knew y'all were gonna love the cucumbers. I actually saw a video of someone that took a cucumber, a bowl of water, cut the cucumber up, and the horses went nuts over it. Not my guys. No. Not y'all. Man, I sure hope this thing doesn't have a hole in it somewhere, you know? That's what I hope. Doesn't have a hole in it. One of y'all gonna hold my ladder for me? I'm so confident that this is gonna work. I'm not even testing it, which might be a mistake, but I feel like I would have thrown it away if it didn't work, you know? Just don't see me hanging on to this thing if it worked. This is gonna be nice, Maggie. Yep. This is gonna be nice. Yes, it is. Maggie, if you hang around here long enough, you'll be the first one to enjoy it. You might be the smart one, huh? Is that what it is? You're the smarter of the three. I'm gonna go get that water hose. You just stick around here, girl. Don't go too far. Well, my buddy left me, and I don't like the way this one looks. Right here. Get the point down. There we go. All right, let's go cut the water on. I'm gonna get y'all positioned over here. See, that way you can see it. Let me know if it has any leaks or anything, all right? Y'all watch it close, right up here. Keep your good eyes on. Put your glasses on if you have to now. We're gonna see if we got some water coming out. Not too much water though. We don't need, let's see here. That's right there, see what that does. What's it look like over there? What does it look like? Nothing. We got nothing so far. Oh, I hear it though, I hear it, I hear it, I hear it, I hear it. Gotta get the air out of it. Come on, air. Okay, that's 110 foot water hose plus this 20 foot better. Oh, there it goes. Look at there. Look at that. Look at that, y'all. We got water. We got water. Look at here. Look at here. I think I may point it more down. That's a west wind, so it's pushing it pretty far up. It's not really down here, see here? It's all up there. I had them at a little angle, but that wind is definitely pushing them. Let's push them straight down like that. And the wind still may push it. We're gonna get it the best we can. That one's already down. Okay, good deal. Now, oh yeah, oh yeah. That's the ticket, y'all. Ooh, y'all left too soon. Goodness gracious, y'all need to get back over here. I bet it won't be long. They'll be back over here. Bet you. All right. Got that one installed. Let's see if we can get another one. So there is a big difference between this one we're gonna install for Peaches and Pocket and the one we just did. This one is the more of that plastic tubing I was talking about right here. And it's got a plastic end over here. It doesn't have that metal end. Hopefully it holds up okay. Hey girl, got a surprise headed your way. All right, Peach, I got you a surprise. Yeah, I got you a surprise, girl. What you think? Good stuff, right? All right, we're gonna try to get you a misting system in over here, okay? All right, eat your cucumber, and I'm fixing to cut the thermostat down a few degrees. How you like that cucumber? Picked it this morning. I sure did. And would you believe the horses don't care for them? I don't know what's wrong with them. Honestly. Hey, Peachy, after I get done with this and Mama gets through with what she's doing over there, we're gonna plant something special in the garden over there. There ain't nothing you can eat. It's not gonna be edible. Well, I say that, it could be edible. I take that back, Peaches, it is edible. Sorry about that. What are we hung on down there? I don't know if you'd care for it, honestly. Unless it was prepared properly, let's just say that. Then you would care for it, I would think. That is if we don't overheat today. Peaches, we like the monkey that got his tail caught in the blender. It won't be long now. We let Nugget out. He's over here stopping traffic. Out there rubber necking everybody that drives by. Thankfully nobody slammed on brakes yet. People do stop a lot to look at Nugget, not Nugget, but Moody. A lot, or slow down. It seems like almost every car slows down when it comes by here. Like that one just did. All right, Peach. Let's see how this does, girlfriend. I guess what I should have said is that the sheriff's out there directing traffic. Yeah, not stopping traffic. He's directing traffic. Let's hold our breath. Let's hold our breath. I'm not gonna turn on all the way. We're good there. And we have water. And Peaches went inside before I got it cut on. But that's all right. Boy, that one is putting it out, y'all. See, these misters are closer together than that other one. So give advantage to that. That one is really putting out the water right there now. It's not quite as good as quality, but it's got more misters. And it is putting it out. That's gonna feel great. Pocket's gonna love that. Has Nugget got his radar gun out there? Huh? You ain't pulling nobody over, are you? Oh, goodness. Pocket! Hey! Come here and look at this. Come on. Come check this out. Better get a treat ready. I better not ask her to come over here and not have a treat. I did move the boss lady's water to this side in case she don't like it. I didn't want her to have to deal with that. She's in here. She done made her a bed. Look at her. Yeah. She likes that fan now, you can tell. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get her to come in here. Pookie! Pocket! The horse knows she loves grass. I got you a treat. Come over here and look. Come on. Come on, won't you check this out? Come here, gorgeous. Look at here. Look at here. What you think about this over here? I feel pretty good right there, don't it? You stay around here as long as you want. Yeah. That's right. You sit up here and enjoy it. I know that feels good. Yeah, I know that feels so good. I don't have any in my pocket. Nope. I didn't put any in there. The misting system is a success over there at Pocket and Peaches. I don't know if I can show you because I can barely see her head. The pasture vac is kind of covering her up. But it's been several minutes. I took Brooke some more water. I cleaned out some waterers. I put new shavings in Peaches and Pocket stall. I was leaving, backed up, was leaving, and Pocket is still under the misting system. That's 30 minutes or better. If you look, that's her head right there. So I'm glad she's enjoying it. Look who we have here. I knew y'all wouldn't be too long and be up under here. I knew it. I knew it. Feels good, doesn't it? That's right. I knew it wouldn't be long that he's gonna be under there. I knew it. All right, Brooke's just about finished up with her little project over here. She ended up doing a lot more than what she anticipated, but that's how Brooke rolls. And I'm taking just a quick little break to cool off. Then we're headed over to the big garden. I'm gonna show you what we got going on over there. Matter of fact, I'll go do that now while Brooke's finishing up. Again, this is where our fall winter garden was this year, and the calendula that we grew for the calendula salve and the soaps and lotions that sold out pretty fast. Again, y'all, we do apologize, but we can only make what the batch infuses and that Miss Laura can do. Y'all know that we use only local businesses, small mom and pops, and that's not going to change. And so, you know, we can only do so much and make so much, and which is also a great thing. It's also a great thing. But I will say this, we're supposed to have some more of that salve. Again, it's going to be a limited quantity the 1st of July, and we'll let you guys know as soon as it gets here. But this spot here, we're going to plant a cover crop of buckwheat. It's a great summertime cover crop. It is super easy to grow, very drought tolerant. It's great for phosphorus building of all things, which most cover crops usually mainly nitrogen, but buckwheat can help with phosphorus. And y'all, the bees and the pollinators are gonna absolutely love it. Now, some of y'all have asked, if we do plant this buckwheat, are we going to harvest it? I think typically with grains, it's one of those things that it's not worth all the work. So we'll grow this plot, you spend all that time, and then you get it harvested. You gotta harvest this little bitty grain out of the plant. And I don't know how many you'll get out of one plant, and you end up with this, I don't know, bucket full of grain. Then you grind it and make meal, and you can make one loaf of bread out of it. And then you spend all that time and all that. So we'll check into it, but my gut tells me that the time and effort and all that it takes to make a batch of buckwheat flour is not going to be worth it for a home gardener. Might be wrong, but we'll do some research on that. But I'm definitely planting this as a great summer cover crop and for the pollinators. And I love the blooms. They look beautiful. Holly, where'd you go? Come on, let's go. Yeah. I think we need to get the tractor and run the tiller through here one more time, because it's getting a little crusty on us here, and we want it soft soil to plant that buckwheat in, don't you think? That's what I think. All right, got it done. Let's go sling some seeds, y'all.
Just throw them out?
Just throw them out.
Well, we gotta have some kind of pattern. Where are you gonna start?
I'm gonna go this way, and then when we get done, we'll go this way.
So me start at this other end.
Yeah. So far, this is the prettiest our garden has ever looked here.
I guess it's all the rain.
Yeah, I bet so. The rain and the fact that I ain't planting so much that I can't handle it all.
You know it shows rain every day like next week? This stuff will be 3 foot tall by Friday.
Golly. Reckon the birds are watching us licking their lips.
Probably.
I don't know if they eat. And so you don't ever see buckwheat seed in any kind of bird mixes or anything.
Are you going back and forth?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and forth now. Show you what buckwheat seed looks like. You can see it right here. And generally, most all your little feed stores more likely should have buckwheat in stock. If not, our dear friends over there at Hall's Tools, they sell buckwheat.
They will fix
And they
you
sell
up.
it. Yeah, they can fix you up. They'll sell it by different quantities too, kind of like your feed stores do.
This is going to attract pollinators too.
Tons of them. Matter of fact, there is certain beekeepers that try to grow strictly buckwheat and sell buckwheat honey. Has a very distinct flavor to it. Now, there's a lot of people that don't like buckwheat honey. Ours won't be strictly buckwheat honey though. Sunflowers,
yeah,
all the
this
native
little plot
plants.
wouldn't be enough to...
No, this right here wouldn't be a drop in the bucket for what they get to eat. All right, then we're just gonna lightly rake everything in.
You do about half of it and I do half of it.
Okay.
Breeze feels good, doesn't it?
It does feel good.
It germinates super quick too, doesn't it?
Yeah, very fast. It'll be just about like that sun hemp. How fast it germinates.
It's been a minute since we planted any buckwheat.
Been a while. We planted it here one time before, but I can't remember when that was.
It was early. Do deer like it?
I don't know. You have to look that up. You think about planting it in your plot?
No, I got my chufa. Deer eat buckwheat and they are highly attracted to it.
They are attracted to it?
Highly.
Wow.
They will consume the leaves, flowers, and triangular seeds.
Wow.
The high protein levels often exceed 20%.
So you may have to remember that.
Huh?
You may have to remember that.
Turkeys absolutely love buckwheat. It says turkeys will consume the fallen grain once it falls,
Yeah,
but they really like the tender greens.
I got you. It'd be hard to plant it. They'd probably eat it as soon as it hits the ground.
Well, if the chufa doesn't do well, then we'll plant this next year.
Okay.
I know that afternoon after we planted the sunflower seeds and the zinnias,
Doves right there, wasn't there?
doves were out there.
They still came up though.
Yeah, I thought to myself, there ain't no way they can put a dent in the amount of seeds we put out.
Well, that's why the lightly raking helps so much. Gives you a better soil contact, seed to soil contact, and it'll help with the birds. No way they'll eat all these.
No way.
Not as much as we put out.
Those sunflowers are going to be beautiful.
Ain't it pretty over there? All right, tag team.
Ready?
I'm tagging you in.
What you got to do when it gets hot as it is. It's ridiculous.
It's hot. Water break.
I put you some water.
Well, y'all, I'm going to tell you. I've bragged about these DJI cameras since we've had them. This one's 2 years old. I liked it because it never overheats. The GoPro's always overheated. First time this one overheated and it won't come on. It just says overheat protection. My phone overheated when I was tilling. That tells you how hot it is. But I gotta show you my beautiful, beautiful wife out here tilling though. I mean, raking. Oh goodness. Oh me. I got my camera over here in the shade, right here by Holly. Holly, you in the shade? Holly found her bone right there. That's one. We had that bone the other day. I don't know what you did with it, but it is. Goodness. Oh, me. All right. Maybe the camera will cool off there. I ain't never had my camera overheat.
You better hope I don't overheat and cut off.
Oh, I hope you don't. Got it? Perfect. And I was going to put the sprinkler on it, but you said we got some rain in the area, so we may just hold up before we do that. If it don't, if not, we'll do it in the morning.
That's right.
Yeah. I might just put the sprinkler on me.
If you do that, can you let me borrow it?
Like we was kids, just start running through it.
We're in this together. It's
We're
a
in this
partnership.
together. We're in this together. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, thank y'all so much for hanging out with Brooke, myself, all the animals today. Appreciate your help with the misting systems. And I know Brooke appreciated y'all while she was cleaning out the stalls and the old hay. I'll keep y'all updated if Peaches ever gets under that misting system. I promise you, I'll whoop out that camera and we'll start recording. But if she don't, it's fine, because we know Pocket likes it. And Peaches has got her own spot where there isn't no misting system going on, so it should work out just perfectly. Hope you have the best day ever. Catch you guys on the next one. Y'all be good.